Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be Aquarius reading for May. So I don't have a set spread. What I'm doing is I'm familiarizing myself with the two new Oracle decks that I got last week. So with Oracle decks, the message is typically going to end up being more along the lines of energy, emotion, spiritual, cosmic, multi-dimensional kind of stuff, not necessarily the day-to-day. My throat chakra's already effed, but I did just eat some mac and cheese. So the new decks that I got the Starseed Oracle, and I was compelled to combine it with its predecessor, the Work Your Light Oracle. So I have this big double deck now, and I've gotten a couple of cards from there. And I also just got the Wild Unknown Archetypes, and that is what these round things are right here. So I will be skimming the book for those cards and reading some of it out loud, just because I'm still familiarizing myself with it, and I want to make sure that we get all the information that we need. And then I've got the charms, and my bucket of charms here. This is going to give like an overview topic of what the reading is mostly about. And then because all of this stuff is heavily into the oracle side, I did bring out some tarot. So the one that called to me for Aquarius is the Radley Valentine Angel deck, which ended up cutting in for Scorpio, I think. But it doesn't matter. We can use the same deck because the messages should be not identical. I'm seeing some of the same charms that I've seen already, though. I see a few that I haven't seen yet, thankfully, which means I mixed it up well enough. Although you can mix it 7 ways from Sunday, and it might still not come out right. Okay. So, I think this is all of the upright charms. So for upright charms, I have this high top sneaker here, / work boot. It kind of looks like the jump shoes in, is it Secret Agent Man? No, Duke Nukem. The Duke Nukem, like first game, the side scroller, the DOS games. So it looks like his jump shoes. So I have an acorn, a seed, if you will. I have the doorway. Oh, come on, man. Got caught in my sleeve. So I have the UFO. This is my original chariot charm. The doorway to me is getting into the zone of the 7 of Wands. These ones I'm not associating with any tarot right now. So the Polaroid. I'm hearing Kodachrome in the back of my head. Now my music deck, which is on vacation while I'm working on it, although I'm not currently working on it because I got a lot going on, but Kodachrome, I think it was my 10 of Pentacles, but I switched it to something else. So I'm not really sure what tarot it would be, but the point of a Polaroid is that it develops quickly, right? It's like I'm reviewing what I've done in the past right away. I'm not sitting on it for a long time. I look at something I did yesterday and I'm like, oh, I see where I was going with that. Okay, so it's like it's not really instant karma. It's like instant like miniature life review kind of energy. Kind of like, it's a little bit like Judgment, but it's like real, like fast food Judgment. So you have the Penguin. I feel like this goes with the sneaker. It could be like, you know, like I need snow boots to go to the Arctic, or the Antarctic rather. I need correct below freezing footwear to go into the Antarctic. So I'll put that there. So I have the skull here. It brings up the death card, number 13. Transition, ascension kind of energy. Put that with the acorn because the skull and the acorn are similar shape. And then I have the tetrahedron. So we have fire energy. I'm going to put this with the door. It's the wands. Now, this charm tried to flip over on me. This is the tulip. So we have a floral energy coming in, actually kind of in a challenged position. I'm going to put that there. I'm kind of getting like you can put a flower in an asshole, but you still can't call it a vase. Something like that. So for these inverted charms, I have the boombox, which I've seen already for May. I have the champagne glasses. So these champagne glasses, to me, is very similar to the Two of Cups. With this music, it's sort of like a party going on. Giving a little bit of that splish splash kind of energy. How was I to know there was a party going? So we have a microphone here. I'm seeing karaoke. Also inverted. Oh, tonight. So this mouth, if I could hold on to it. This mouth is inverted. Here, don't speak by No Doubt. Peace sign came out inverted. Is that? No, that's not. It's algiz, I think. Yeah. Peace sign inverted is algiz. That's resistance. I have the wheel inverted. I have this teardrop inverted, although it could be other fluid. I'm going to put it with the mouth. It's giving me drool. I have the toilet inverted. This happened already. Toilet backed up over here. It's happening. I got the toilet in Capricorn's reading, and there's a lot of potty humor, and I was like, come on, man. So I have the necklace inverted. I'm going to put the water with the toilet, because it might be leaking. Right? It's not working properly. It's out of order. It's leaking. And the mouth and this inverted necklace I'm going to put together, because I'm seeing this, as I sometimes do, as the necklace that Ursula had when she took Ariel's voice, which means that she wouldn't be able to sing anymore. Oh, okay. It's a little bit of like, I want to be part of that world, right? I want to be where the people are. I want to celebrate. I want to hang out with the prince. And this flower, I think, in the challenge position, it's like an offering. Right? I want to bring something to the table. Resistance to movement in a leaky toilet. Resistance to completion. It's like I didn't lay this plumbing out correctly, and now there's some shit about to leak out. These are looking like two wheels on a chariot. It's like this is the throne. Like the throne is usurped. Ursula trying to usurp the throne by tricking Ariel, opening up a karmic debt, incomplete. And there's a lack of peace, and like someone is either resisting or needing protection. This chariot indicates movement. And the way that I ended up over here with the Polaroid, it's like the Polaroid develops quickly. The UFO moves quickly. It goes in and out of dimensions. It can fade in and out. Like all of a sudden it just pops up, right? The picture of the Polaroid, there's nothing, and then it starts to come in, and then poof, it's all there. This is like unprepared. I'm not sure where these other charms go, but unprepared for this like icy blast. But there's this new growth having to do with going through a transformation. Here, if I'm still talking about Ariel, the transformation is, right, the transition is to land, right? I have to go through this door. I have to, right, I'm in the earth where this acorn would be. But there's also this fire element going on here. I'm not quite sure what's happening up here entirely yet, but this bottom section is sort of, it's like a parable. Alright, let's see what's going on for Aquarius and their Little Mermaid guttural crap story here. This isn't coming from me either. I don't know why. This is like toilet based. I don't know why I drew that. My battery's gonna die pretty soon too. Hopefully I'll catch it. Alright, let's look at the oracle cards for Aquarius. So we have Align Your Life. I've seen this. It's coming out inverted, which is like a resistance, right? Alga's resistance. Or confusion. What is not aligned or needs to change? Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom, look a little deeper. I think, yes, I have gotten this card this month already. Look a little deeper, also inverted. Now in a challenge position, much like this tulip that I'm not sure what to do with, we have Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Okay. Okay, apparently I'm going to flip over the archetypes before I go back to these. Oh. Okay, so here it's a rose, but I feel like this is answering what this tulip is that flipped over on me, right? It's a flower that's black and white. It's both polarities. It's up and it's down. So you have I think it's Alethea. So I was pronouncing it in my head. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Alethea. This is directional. I think it goes this way. It's not supposed to be, but it's in the book. So, wait a minute. This way. Maybe. I think the number goes on the top. So this is an invitation. No, I was right. This one. Yes, it goes this way. Okay. So Alethea is truth. Oh. Here we go. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak of falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration, right? What happens when Ursula steals Ariel's voice, right? She goes and tries to fuck up her shit with the prince by shape-shifting into Vanessa. And when she's singing, she's using Ariel's voice. She's speaking falsely, essentially. So it talks about reclaiming your own truth, and that truth has like a crystal clear resonance, and that it also ends up being contagious. But here there's this boombox and microphone in the mouth and this necklace are all out of alignment, right? There isn't a truth being spoken, and it's like someone, it's almost like someone is trying to steal your identity, or what you're projecting maybe on social media, what you're putting through the airwaves is not a true reflection of what you're doing, and it's ending up creating this sort of karmic backlog with emotional blockage, right? Your emotions become more pent up in your body in that way when you're not speaking your truth in all dimensions. I'm going to switch to another segment and change the battery, because if I don't, I'm going to screw up. Okay. Another thing that comes in with the Ariel and Ursula scenario that might not necessarily be someone trying to steal your identity, it could be someone trying to cheat you in business. That's the only other scenario that I can think of right now where that would apply. So let me see what these other ones are. So we have the River. This is 34. Okay. So the River is about releasing emotion, right? It's flowing downstream kind of energy. It's also making me think of sewage again because of the toilet, but let me turn this one over too. So we have the Cave. It's making me think of a waterfall, right? Because a lot of the time there's a waterfall with a cave behind it. Right? There's like a deep hidden emotion behind this, what's running out into the world, right? That I might, like, there's something you're not telling me. So let me actually look at the Cave first. The Cave is giving me like hermit energy. Here we have 32. 32. Okay. Okay, so the Cave is about patience. It's talking about the growth of crystals in there. Envision yourself as an old sage in a cave. What amenities do you need? What draws you ever closer to the cave within the cave? Okay, like, what do you need? Well, I'm going to need boots to weather this. I'm entering into this other space. I'm gonna need to store some fruits and nuts, you know, maybe I need to think about waste management. You know, I might need to think about my health and how I'm going to transition into this lifestyle if I'm going to be literally in a cave. So it says the dark, the portal in the interior. It's a place of potent power acting both as a portal to another realm and a space for sacred ritual and initiation. Now what's interesting is that, God damn it, I say that way too much. Ursula was kind of living in a cave. And Ariel's secret stash was in a cave as well. The cave is a place to return for a meaningful retreat where one can see the true self in the darkness. In esoteric teachings, the cave is known to reside in the center of the heart. So that's the cave within the cave. Ooh, that reminds me. I was reading some stuff on Twitter, and people were talking, or maybe it was, well, anyway, I was on the social media, and people were talking about how badass Mary Shelley was. Her husband died of this thing where the heart calcifies, so the cave, the inner cave, literally turning to stone, and then he died and she carried it around with her. And I was thinking, I'm so surprised she was that sentimental, because I was understanding that she was a lesbian, but anyway. Within the heart's walls, the whispers of compassion and self-understanding can be heard. Because of its mystery and power, many of us fear the cave and never try to find it. We busy ourselves in the bright lights of the city. That's where the sort of karaoke, champagne kind of stuff comes in. While the cavernous and dimly lit chamber calls us out into the night. Okay. So what does that have to do with... I mean, this is sort of finding the aletheia, the truth. But let's look at the river. 34. Okay. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Huh. You can only resist the river for so long. Eventually, it will pull you toward change. So you may as well get in with style and grace. Gonna backflip all the way into that river. The river is emotion where when you're in its current, you will know it by the bursting forth of tears, laughter, song. Right, there's Ariel. Or despair. All of the emotions flow in a current. Okay, so we have a bunch of different emotional / chakra energies. And this horse here is just a reflection. And upside down. The current, right? It's going with the flow. Okay. It says there's a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It says it's forgiveness embodied in physical form. The river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all our mistakes and grievances. Okay. It's like you don't necessarily have to forget if somebody did you dirty, but there's a way to step out of the frame and to look back on stuff that's even happened recently with this Polaroid energy, right? I'm like, let me do a flashback. Let me step outside. Let me get in there. Let me polish that thing. And usually you have to put a photo in water when you're developing it with the chemicals, right? You put it in the whatever the fuck the chemicals are, and then you put it in water, and then you put it in the other shit, and then you put it in the water. You know, it's been like 20 years since I had photography, and I was never that good at it, so I don't remember what it is. But it's 2 different kinds of chemicals, silver something or other print, and then it develops on the page and all that. So, but you have to put it in water, right? And what's the water? The river. Also making me think of Ghostbusters 2, and they had the River of Slime. And, was it Venkman? No, wait, no, not. It was, I think it was either Egon or Dan Aykroyd. It might have been, whatever, I haven't watched that in a while, but one of them was taking photos down in the River of Slime, and when they got the photos developed, there was like paranormal imagery of Vigo the Carpathian, like hanging over the River of Slime and his like castle thing. So, and not actually the subway that they were in. And that's what that makes me think of, because it was a river. But the river of the slime that was in the River of Slime in that movie, they found out that they could use music to positively charge it, right? Because it was negatively charged, right? It was a malicious ghost. that was out to take what it could get. Right? Stealing babies and possessing people and all kinds of stuff. But when they took music, Jackie Wilson, I think, higher and higher, they were able to positively charge that same river, right? So it's like when it says tears, laughter, song, despair, it's like those energies can be used with the power of this river, this current, to change the feeling, right? To buff those demon edges out, right? I mean, the demon's not so scary when you use the river to wear down their horns to these cute little bumps. You know, it's like the river is the same energy as putting pool noodles on goats so they stop headbutting stuff and like tearing it up. Okay. Once we step in, we're no longer in control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation than we planned to go. So waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. That's that Polaroid again. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity. The you that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential. Nothing to hide, nothing to judge. Okay. It's a lot like the card, the tear that's come up, but that's more like I'm erupting my emotion from within. This is more like I'm letting the water wash over me to develop me than just a release in and of itself. Interesting. Okay. So let me look at these tarot cards, and then I really should go back to these other oracle cards that I kind of skipped over. Queen of Water. She's been through the river. Tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. This is a 13. Transformation. And the Sun, Archangel Uriel. Damn, this is powerful. Happy outcome. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. This is like happy times. So 19 breaks down to 10, which is answering this wheel here, right? This karma that's been created by, being cheated in some way, or in some way restraining your own self so that your true voice isn't being heard. Right? I'm putting up a party front, but I really feel like I'm drowning in my own turds. Like, I hate myself kind of energy. Like, I wish I could leave the room kind of energy. I'm still not sure what this doorway and the acorn... I'm still not sure what these upright charms are all doing here. I feel like I want to explain those a little bit, so I'm going to try to get some clarifiers for those. But the outcome is like emotional stability, able to stand in the river without being knocked over, because you have enough grounding to let it kind of like bob you up and down like a little buoy. Right? There isn't a resistance. It's like you become one with the water, and the resonant pattern just kind of, it kind of flows through you. Archangel Uriel coming in with the Sun. again, it breaks down to 10, that completion, but it's like illumination. And it also can be like happiness, right? Like the little kid riding off on the horse. I want to clarify what these charms are doing up here, though, because I'm not getting that. And I don't want to just get more charms out. What are these upright charms doing? Particularly the door and the tetrahedron. Oh, my dumbass. The pyramid from this angle looks like a tetrahedron, even though it's half an octahedron. It's triangular and it's three-dimensional. This isn't being that accurate, right? It's like a representation that's missing something. And there's the doorway. Okay. So the skull up here is more talking about star ancestors, and the UFO is like, where are they coming from? The sky. Okay. This is unprepared. Okay. Stupid. Alright. So let me skim star ancestors for this. Star ancestors. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. I did get this card already, but I'm going to read it fresh for Aquarius. So it's talking about pyramids and temples and stuff that are aligned with stars all over the world. It says, what if this ancient wisdom is available for you to uncover now? You're being called to think and listen with your ancient heart and soul, to tap into the part of you that remembers and knows. All mystic knowing blooms in your heart. Ooh, the truth blooming in the heart. If you're feeling stuck, you're being called to do something different, to change your point of view, right? Your point of view is, I'm outside of this photo now. I'm not in it. Take a step back. Creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong, when we do what the unexpected. You're here to remember and uncover ancient secrets and transmissions. Technology and wisdom that are so needed on the planet right now. Okay. This seems so out of keeping with the rest of this reading. But there's like, this is a transitional period. It's like, in order to understand what you're doing cosmically with your life, right? Align your life, trust your path. Like, is the universe going to be support me if I actually align with this deep, like, soul knowledge of who I am that's being blocked in the heart center, right? We're not letting that cat out of the bag. My presentation is, I'm just a regular person and I'm out here like partying and look at me, I'm a people on my social media. What's going on for the Aquarius who's watching this is that there's something much deeper behind this unhappiness, right? It's like Ariel wants to be part of the human world, right? It's like she knows she has something meaningful to do up there. It's not, I mean, it's sort of like a hormone-driven love story, but hold on. In the original Hans Christian Andersen book, Ariel's ultimate goal wasn't necessarily to be with the prince, because her bargain ended badly. But there were these multidimensional beings that told her if she did something for like 300 years after sacrificing her life to save the prince or whatever, that she would get a soul, because apparently mermaids didn't have souls. So for her, it was struggling to become a more ascended being to attain this enlightenment where she would be able to move on somewhere where things weren't based on cheating other people and trying to get what you can get and making deals and stuff like that. So this is kind of what this star ancestor thing is, right? Aquarius is like, well, this deal isn't working out for me. Like, what do I really need to... What am I really trying to do with my existence? What is the true goal here? And it looks like it's to bring down some ancient wisdom, which Aquarius should already be in contact with. We're talking about the age of Aquarius, the collective consciousness, a shift in what's going on. Right? We're upgrading the technology here. So to kind of break out of the day-to-day is almost as courageous as, you know, in the movie where the Ghostbusters people were like, oh, ha ha, you guys are stupid, whatever. And then it's like, no, just kidding. We have the understanding and technology to save the entire city. And this is the same vibe that's coming through for Aquarius. It's like, no, I'm not just some schmo here. Like, I'm not just, you know, karaoke person. Look at me on my Instagram. It's, I'm supposed to be beaming down this energy to the world around me. Right? It's like Aquarius might already have an inclination for the mystic, right? You might be into a cult, you might read your own tarot already, you know, you might be a UFO alien experiencer, you might have out-of-body experiences, your REM sleep is popping off, you know, you're dreaming of weird places that you've never seen before, that kind of stuff, right? You see ghosts, you know, those kind of things. Those are, or you have, like clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, stuff like that. Those are kinds of things that are associated with being a star being, and like not necessarily, especially for Aquarius, because the Aquarius is the star card, right? It's not just, ooh, I'm famous. It's, no, I'm a star being. Like I've got beamed down here. Now what? So this is kind of a self-reflection and self-discovery here. It's like Aquarius, if you're not switched on already, you're going to get pumped through that different music and you're going to start vibing. Okay? So I think that should make enough sense so I can move on from that. So that's what's there for Aquarius for May. And you know, if you'd like to get a personal reading, let me get this up here. Zoom it in. Zoom. Enhance. Enhance. Okay. The complete list of readings that I have, I know that's crooked, it's kind of annoying. My camera stand is soggy. I'm just going to have to deal with it being crooked. The complete list of readings I have and how much they cost is going to be listed in the description box underneath this video. If you'd like to help keep my channel chunking along, you can donate, energy exchange, hit that tip jar, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, all CATtheMinion. If you'd like to get something for throwing money at me, again, you can get a reading, or I've got coloring books, dark poetry, I've got merch, prints, actual art items, so a lot of that's going to be psychedelic like this up here, but I do have some like dinosaurs, fashion, celebrity portraits kind of stuff. Fictional characters, mythological characters. I've got a couple of plushies. I got these foam lotus things. I think that's it. I mean, Cafe Press is like t-shirts, phone cases, blankets and towels and mugs and stuff. There's a coupon code there for Etsy, 3 or more items, 17% off. All of this and the social media links are all through the link tree. Donating percentages to charity on certain works, so you can see those on Etsy and in my DeviantArt print shop. I'm going to raise the percentage when I can afford to. Right now it's just 10%. On Etsy I have chapbook packs. It's like a synchronicity stimulus packet. Like little images and words and numbers and stuff. And that's just like a little hey, what's up from the universe. It's not that different from, again, it's not that different from getting a couple of these, and they'll be like, what does this picture mean? Oh my god, this reminds me of my person or what I'm trying to do right now. Or this book that I read. So those are on there, and that's all there. I think that's it. So again, Linktree, linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.